Hello, my name is Abhinav. I'm one of the co-founders of Gradians.com, and in this video I will give a quick overview of what it is like to use the site from a teacher's perspective. My aim would be to show a typical use case which begins with the instructor making quizzes and worksheets for her students and ends with her reviewing the statistics on how her students performed on that quiz. So let me begin by showing you what an instructor sees when she logs in. So here I have a teacher's console, and on the left here are all the quizzes that the instructor made, and on the right here is the preview of one of those quizzes. Um, as you can see, a quiz is nothing more than a collection of questions. So basically the way it works is an instructor, let's say, decides that she wants to make a quiz on calculus and algebra. So she will go ahead and select those topics, and then the system will show her questions on those topics, and she will pick the questions that she wants to include in the quiz. Once the quiz is made, then the next step is to actually make worksheets, and to make worksheets the instructor would pick students. But let me first show you what a worksheet looks like, and that would probably be the best thing to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to list the worksheets for this quiz. I had made one previously, and I will just show you the PDF preview of this. So this is what a worksheet looks like. It looks just like a quiz. It's got all the same questions, but it's got a blank space after every question, and this is where the student would write his solution. The important thing to note are these black QR codes, these little black squares, and these are really important because they're very specific to a student, and they have a lot of information about who the student is, what this question is, what this question is on, how difficult it is. So it's got all of this information, which is matched with the feedback that we give, and that's what goes into making the statistics that a teacher sees. So once a worksheet is made, then it can either be printed out by the teacher and given to the students, and that would be possible in a school environment where a teacher meets her students every day, or if she's an online instructor and her students are all over the world, then she could post each student's PDF into their account. So every student gets a Gradians.com account, and the online instructor could post their PDF into their account, and the students would then have to download it and print it out and then do their work. But assuming that students have a worksheet at hand and they've done their work, then the next step is something that happens offline, and that is when either the instructor or the student, they scan the worksheets and into a PDF document. And for now we'll assume that one such PDF document is available, and all that needs to be done is to upload it and send it to us. So to upload a document, we come over here and click on this upload link, and what this does is it opens a drop down, and one of the options here is to send scans for grading. So if I click on that, then it opens up the file browser, and we'll assume that one of these PDFs here is what we want to send back to Gradians.com. So I just select it, and it starts the uploading process. So you can see the upload progress bar, and that's about it. So this step could have been done either by the instructor or by the student. It can be done by both. But once it's sent, that's when we start having a look at it, and that's when at our end we start giving feedback on how the student has done. And the result of that, I will show you shortly, is what we're going to see next. So I will have to log in as another teacher who has some data. So if you can just give me a second, I will show you what that looks like. So we're going to log in as another instructor, and it looks exactly like the console that we just saw a few minutes back, but what's of interest to us is this link over here. It's called report cards. So if I click on it, and I want to see how the students have done on a specific quiz, I click on this option over here, individual worksheets, and here are all the quizzes that have been graded. These were all quizzes made by this instructor, by this teacher, and they're kind of listed over here. So if I select one, then it will load the data, student performance data for that particular quiz. And what you see over here are all these students. They're the ones who took the quiz, and here is kind of a summary chart which shows how each student did on each of the questions and what their totals were. But if a teacher wants to see scans for a specific student, she can always do that. All that she needs to do is click on a student, and it will load this the worksheet scans for that particular for that particular student. So what you see over here is an example of that. This is a student. This is the student's own handwriting. These comments in blue have been written by us. This is feedback that we are giving, as are these check marks and question marks. They have been put in by us. So this is the unstructured, open-ended feedback that we give. There is also structured feedback over here, and this is what goes into calculating these scores that you see over here for each of the questions. And in time, all of these scores are collected, and for each student, for each question, and this is what allows us to present a picture to the teacher of how well a student is doing on that particular topic. I can very quickly show that also to you, where we will be seeing student proficiency data by topic. So I'm going to load I'm going to load proficiency data for the whole class that this instructor is teaching on a specific topic. So let me pick coordinate geometry, and because I think they did a quiz on that, and let's just pick this topic over here. It's on 2D lines. So as you can see, this is the proficiency data for this particular class. All the students are listed here, and this is their proficiency chart. So some of them are doing better than the others. Well, that is to be expected. And if I were to change the topic, then for the same set of students I will see a different proficiency chart. So what that means is the same student could be doing differently on different topics, and a teacher can now see that and hence know which students to help with what topic, because all students are not going to be strong in all the topics, and all students are not going to be weak on all topics. So a teacher gets a very nice view of whom she needs to help with what. The last thing I want to show you is this help section over here. It's really for if you register on our site and you want to try out making a quiz. So if you click on the help section here, then we have these short tutorials for the most common tasks that an instructor would do. So if I were to just click on make a quiz, then what that will do is it will launch a tutorial, and in these tooltips will tell you where to click, and when you do, then they will move on to another area, and they'll tell you where to click next. And so if you keep on clicking as the tooltips ask you to, then you would have finished the task at the end of it. So this was a very quick overview of what we have made, and hopefully you like it, and we look forward to hearing your feedback. Thank you.